Hello lovelies, my name is Gladys and once again you're welcome to my channel. If this is your first time watching, you're welcome. I request you all to kindly subscribe, share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be reading all of them, and if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. With no further ado, let's get started. I applied moisturizer already, and for that I used the Ordinary Blue Seal Vaseline. So we are moving straight to primer. I'm using the Kiss Beauty primer. Apply it on your forehead and cheeks, then dab it in with your fingers. Allow it to dry before you apply your foundation. I'm using the Zikel foundation in the number 30. The trick for application of foundation is do not squeeze it directly onto your face, rather apply a considerable amount of it at the back of your hand, then use a flat brush to apply it fast on your face. The flat to use is bigger than the eyebrow brush, but I wouldn't locate it, which is why I resorted to the eyebrow brush. For application, use a foundation brush to spread it across your face in tapping motions. Do not drag the brush. Alternatively, you can use a damp beauty blender. You realize that I didn't apply fresh product on the nose, and it's because the nose cracks and creases most. So the residue foundation on the brush is what I will use for the nose, and that is really enough. In my previous videos, I recommended to blend the concealer immediately because concealers do dry out really fast. However, recently I tried out a new technique of letting the concealer sit for at least 5 to 10 minutes. And this technique really worked for me. Trust me, this technique will level up your makeup game to like 100. So meanwhile, as the concealer sits, I'm going to apply contour, and for contour I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Dark Cocoa. It's actually darker than it looks in the camera, only that the light tampered with it, so back to our technique. So if concealer is not applied correctly, it will separate, especially under the eye. So this trick of letting it sit will allow your body heat to cook the concealer and let it melt into your skin. With this, the concealer will blend flawlessly for a crease-proof look. For those with oily skin, try this out. You will really love it. For application, rather blending, I'm using a damp beauty blender. To blend the contour, you don't have to use a fresh beauty blender. You can just flip the one you've been using. I'm using a red shade of lipstick from Milani as my blush, and please blend immediately when using lipsticks because lipsticks dry out really fast. Apply the blush on your cheekbones, then blend it towards the top of your temple. Moving on to setting, I'm using the black Opal setting powder in the number 3. It is imperative to set your concealer because it prevents it from sliding off, especially with oily skin. To bake my face, I'm using Sacha Buttercup setting powder. This is another technique I recommend for those with oily skin. Baking soaks up facial oils, thus preventing creasing as well as maximizing coverage and longevity of the makeup, leaving the face looking matte. Also, this powder will catch the fall-offs from eyeshadow. To contour my nose, I'm using that dark shade from the Zikel contour palette. Moving on to brows, I'll start with brushing through with a spoolie. This is to give my brows shape as well as make them appear visible. Then to line, I'm going in with a very sharp brow pencil from Davis in the number 3. Before you line, make sure your brows are very well groomed, then follow the structure of your brows. Do not overline. To clean my brows, I'm going in with 2 shades from LA Girl Pro Concealer. One is Fawn, the other Expresso. I'm using Fawn underneath the arch towards the outer corner of my brows, for it is 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. Then Expresso for the inner part of my brows as well as the upper part of my brows. Moving on to eyeshadow, I'm using that purple shade from the Charlse palette, and this time, as opposed to my previous videos, I'm concentrating the transition shade on the inner part of the upper lid, then moving towards the outer part. There is no specific technique in the application of eyeshadow. You just have to flow with whatever you have in mind, practice it, be creative until you master it. So for this look, I decided to flow with this technique because I wanted the inner part of the eyelid conspicuous. After applying the transition shade, don't forget to blend out the edges. And for this, use a fluffy brush that is a little bit wider. To cut the crease, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. And to get a perfect crease, make sure your arm is stable. Rest your arm on your chest and your hand on your chin. Then take your time. When you make a mistake, make sure you correct it. Practice until you master it. And for the cut crease region, I'm using that yellow shade still from the Charlse palette. To create my wing eye, I used a purple eyeshadow, then cleaned it out with concealer. I realized that I wasn't filming when it was too late. I'm so sorry. For my lips, I'm lining with the Davis number 3 brow pencil. Yeah. And then after that, I will go in with a nude glossy shade from Ushas. And please forgive me, I know there was a lot of noise in the background, but I had to work with it. So that is a finished look for today. I hope you love this look. Yes, I'm in love with this look. Tell me if you try it in the comment section down below. Bye, see you next time.